really ator'a, right? Let me write that right quick. The verb is really ator'a. The verb is really ator'a. That's the verb, ator'a. Okay? In the present tense, so that's the past tense, ator, four-form verb. Present tense would be, somebody? You, good, you. So look, this is the rule in Arabic. If you have long in the past, you're going to retain long in the present tense. Except that it's a long fatha now, so it's going to turn to a long kasra, because it's a kasra that goes. That's, whatever you do in the past happens in the future, in the present tense with the verbs. Okay? So if it's ator'a, it becomes yutil. Yutil, you see? Except that it was a long fatha here, now it's a long kasra now. Okay? The imperative is what? We said it's a long, so remember what imperative is that it has sukoon. What's another meaning of sukoon? What's, no, we said, we gave this, that's where we started. What happens with sukoon? Also,
it takes the long vowel away.
It takes the long vowel away. So look, right? So in the imperative for atil, that's the point. Atil, right? Right? It should be a yeah in there.
Yeah.
Right? It should be a yeah. Right. That's the other meaning of sukoon. Right? If it's if all the letters are sound, then it just ends in sukoon. But if you have a weak letter, remove the weak letter. That's the meaning of sukoon in Arabic grammar or in sarf. Okay? So Allah says, I mean here, and the only reason why, let me explain, the only reason why it's not taken out now is because the ayn in this ayat has a vowel on it. That's why it's not taken out. Remember, because the rule is if we had two sukoons in it, that's why we have to take it out. But in this ayat, the ayn has a vowel. That's why it's still here. Because this is in the plural. Wati'u laha, ismul jalal is marfu. Right? Why? I mean mansub, excuse me. Mansub, why? Because it's the maf'ulun bihi. Who's the fa'il in ati'u? Who? You do what? Do something to Allah, for Allah, wa rasul, and the rasul. What do you do? Ata'a means to obey. Right? You, all of you do what? Obey Allah wa rasul. Wa rasul, ar rasul. And the ar rasul.
So the rasul is the second object of the...
Is the second object. Okay? The second object. Okay? La'allakum turhamun. La'alla, we're going to go over this word later on in grammar, what it means. But what's important, turhamun. You see, this is a different kind of verb. We hadn't had this verb. Maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll deal with this kind of verb. This is what we call a passive verb. A passive verb. Turhamun. Okay? Turhamun is a passive verb, but you can still get the meaning from it because you see the root rahama. Rahama has something to do with mercy. So obeying Allah and His Messenger has something to do with receiving mercy. Okay? All right. So we're going to have passive verbs coming up later on our plate. We deal with the passive verbs. Okay. And then finally, number 6. Okay. I mean just for today, but when you go over an. What kind of word is an? An is our preposition. Abi Hurayrata. Abi is one of the 5 nouns that these 5 words, i'rab normally occurs with vowels, right? Dhamma, fatha, or kasra. But ab, you show i'rab by letters. Waw, aleph, and ya. So it's majrur with ya. The word up is majrur with a ya now. Okay? And it's mudaf. Hurera is mudafun ilayhi. But hurera is one of those words that can't take kesra. So that's why we're showing it with the fatha. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Right? We can't say hurerati, hurerata. And then we make the dua, radiyallahu. Radiya is a past tense verb. Allah, ismul jalal, is the fa'il. Anhu. Okay? Qala. Qala Rasulullah. Right? Qala is past tense verb. Rasul is fa'il. is also mudaf. Allah may He be exalted is mudaf ilayhi. And then we made the dua, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Okay? La yakbalullah. La here do it has any effect on i'rab? Look at the verb.
No.
No. So it's not. It's just negating the tense, the time. Okay. Okay. It's just negating the time. We're finishing. Okay.
That's your face now. Blowing it.